This is why we see all of this occult imagery all in the world today, is because these secret societies are trying to condition the consciousness of the general public. Now, this is a symbol of the immortality of the human soul. Again, Manly Palmer Hall, this says the mysteries were therefore established, and it said that it elevated the human consciousness. This says to a point where it was capable of cognizing its own constitution and the true purpose of its what? The true purpose of its existence. Now, who was the first person that told humanity that by psychic development that they would become like God? Satan. All right, we read this already. This is a woman by the name of Alice A. Bailey. Anybody ever heard of Alice A. Bailey? Yes, a cult writer during the 20th century. Notice what she says. There is no question, therefore, that the work to be done in familiarizing the general public with the nature of the mysteries is of paramount importance at what? This is why we see all of this occult imagery all in the world today, is because these secret societies are trying to condition the consciousness of the general public. She says the new age is upon us in which man will begin to use his divine power. Now, does the Bible say that? No, it doesn't. And come into closer touch with the spiritual sources of all life. The work of the new religion will be the distribution of what? Of spiritual energy. Lord have mercy. Again, David Spangler, notice what he says. Lucifer prepares man in all ways for the experience of Christhood. Does the Bible say that? No, it doesn't. Lord have mercy. But the light that reveals to us the presence of the Christ, the light that reveals to us the path to the Christ, comes from Lucifer. Does the Bible say that? He is the light giver. He is aptly named the morning star. Mind you, brothers and sisters, many of the politicians and the elite of the world today believe in these philosophies. And these are the very people that are governing and making our policies. Now, when you see this picture, what comes to your imagination? This is actually an artist's rendition of Satan. Now, in Matthew chapter 24, does the Bible say that Satan is going to personate Christ and many people are going to run after him? It says this. Notice. Again, Alice A. Bailey. Forgetting the things that lie behind, I will strive towards my higher spiritual possibilities. Does that sound like the Bible and the Apostle Paul? Lord have mercy. The blasphemy. I dedicate myself anew to the service of the coming one. I wonder who she believes is the coming one. Is she talking about Jesus Christ of Nazareth, who died on the cross for our sins? No, she's not. And will do all that I can to prepare men's minds and hearts for that event. I have no other life intention. And how amazing is it that these men and women can just viciously serve the devil, but you and I, and as believers, have such a difficult time surrendering all to Christ. This says the major required preparation is a world at peace. All right, we're going to skip past this just for the sake of time. Now, this is a symbol of the United Nations. Do you think that the United Nations is also functioning in this reality? Yes, it is. We're about to bring this to a close. This is a man by the name of Robert Mueller. He was the Under Secretary General for the United Nations in the 20th century. Notice what the man says. The world's major religions in the end all want the same thing. Now, again, does the Bible say that? No, it doesn't. Even though they were born in different places and circumstances on this planet, worldwide spiritual ecumenism expressed in new forms of religious cooperation would probably be closest to the heart of the resurrected Christ. Now, are they talking about the Christ of the Bible or the Christ of demonicism? The Christ of demonicism. Notice what this man says about the United Nations. No human force will ever be able to destroy the United Nations. Is not a mere building or a mere idea. It is not a man-made creation. So the question has to be asked, if the United Nations is not a man-made creation, then who made it? The United Nations is the vision light of the absolute supreme. That is an occult phrase for Satan. The divine success and supreme progress of the United Nations is bound to become a reality. At his choice hour, the absolute supreme will ring his own victory bell here on earth through the loving and serving heart of the what? So this man saying again, who was the Undersecretary General, is saying that the United Nations was created in order to prepare the world for the personation of Christ when the devil comes to this planet. Now, is that serious? Brothers and sisters, this is serious. Do you think that the devil is playing around as it relates to this great controversy? Is this any time to be jockeying around with our salvation? No, it is not. This is not just a conspiracy. All right, we're going to have to skip past this. I'm sorry. This is a symbol of something called social engineering. Marilyn Ferguson talks about the leaderless, powerful scenario in the U.S. All right, we don't have time to talk about this. The book Propaganda. This is a symbol of the Vatican. Now, does anybody know who this man was? Now, in light of this whole new world order, what mechanism do you think that God is going to use in order to destroy this satanic system? Well, let's see. This is a man by the name of Henry Kissinger, one of the greatest and most influential geopoliticians in the 20th and 21st century. Notice what he says. Religious unity had fractured with the survival and spread of what? The Protestant Reformation destroyed the concept of a world order sustained by the two swords of what? So what destroyed the concept of a new world order? The Protestant Reformation. Now, who was the great initiator of the Protestant Reformation? The God of heaven. Now, brothers and sisters, does anybody know what was Protestantism? What is Protestantism? Does anybody know what Protestantism is? Brothers and sisters, Protestantism is merely revived Christianity. That's all it is. Protestantism was merely trying to resurrect from the grave the gospel to which the papacy had consigned it.